Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to another episode of Top Tier Talk. We will start on the England game. Unfortunately, we've got to cover the last game of the international break, 2-2 against Belgium. Bellingham saved us, really. Anything else to add? 2-2?
I was just
Bellingham
cracked.
actually, Bellingham didn't play that well, but
No,
he has the gene in him, the gene of scoring a goal
he's
when he
got, he's
needs
got a
to.
dog in him.
Yeah. To be fair, a lot of people were making like full-on assessments. If you were to look at that game and you were to completely judge off of that, it's question marks about Bellingham and like where he fits in because he's not a 10 and he didn't play very well at 10. Foden came in at 10 and did much better. It's a strange one because I do understand though. Bellingham gave a very good interview and said that a lot of players are missing, but I don't know. I don't think you can just teach someone how to play the 10 off the bat. He's not a 10.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Lewis Stinker,
I was
Lukaku.
going to say shout out to Big Rom as well. Is he? What's it after the game? They said, "Do you come to England to impress Chelsea?" He started laughing.
Yeah, yeah, of course he did. Good lad,
But
man.
yeah, been off the international break now. Amir, Chelsea 2, Burnley 2. Burnley had 10 men, fought back, could have nicked it as well at the end. So take it
Should have
away.
probably nicked it. Yeah, I mean, as I say to you guys each week, is a step forward and 5 steps back. This is another step back. Fair enough to Burnley because they probably should have won the game or were the better team over the 90 minutes. They were really unlucky with that penalty because Mudryk wasn't really fouled. It was really, really harsh, and the red card was worse. So I see why Vincent Company was so like enraged and got sent off. I get it. But even with that, with the 10 men, they still look like the better team, and we obviously can't break a low lockdown. This game, I saw a couple players, Cole Palmer included, who is obviously the shining light, make like selfish errors, taking shots when they could be passing. Gallagher did it. We always know how I feel about Gallagher, but a lot of players making the wrong decision. And I don't know if it's just with youth or they're greedy or they want to score, but it's a big like issue I'm seeing. And I'm seeing highlights from previous games where we do this a lot as well, where the pass is in the middle. We could play the pass. Do you know how City, the typical City goal, the pass in the middle, the tap in? We have that.
Mm.
We do create something like that, but they're taking the wrong decision.
Poor decision making. I think that's down to,
Exactly.
I don't know, just to highlight, as you touched on Cole Palmer, obviously with the form he's in, he's not passing anyone the ball. He's shooting from in left, right,
No,
and
with
centre
him is
because he's
less,
going to
but
want to get goals. Well, no, but in terms of obviously him being wasteful and being selfish, obviously the form that he's in, whereas you'd
yeah,
expect someone like Jackson, who probably low in confidence, to pass the ball. Um, and I'll
which
probably,
he did against Leicester and Cucurella scored. So he does do it, but it's not often enough.
yeah.
As I said with Cole Palmer, another goal, 2 goals, involvement again. Nearly got an assist for Sterling to make it 3-2, but he bottled the header. It's showing to you guys again why this guy probably will be young player of the season. And to me, I think he is better than Saka this season. Obviously not overall, but I think he is like more influential, better number. I don't know if the better numbers I could be wrong because Saka
I'll
does
have a
pull
look.
good
No,
numbers.
I think Palmer's almost. He might be up to 30
And
goals and
and and
assists.
he's in a washed Chelsea team with a manager who's inept, and he's not even a right winger by trade. He's more of a central player. He's not as fast as Saka, so there are a few bits against him, and he is
Okay.
performing like this. So I think he's got to be with a shout going to the Euros and probably being young player of the season. Unless you guys can bring other players, maybe you're going to bring Kobe Mainoo in this different
No,
position.
Mine, you
so
want to get a young player.
the
A time
only
to get the forefront of all these awards. So unless you guys have got other
I
potential
was just
players,
going to say no. In terms of the Cole Palmer against Saka, they're both Palmer's played 25 to Saka's 28 games. They both scored 13 goals, both got 8 assists.
they're on
Saka's
par.
got the slightly higher expected goals and expected assists, but again,
It's expected, doesn't mean.
yeah, this doesn't actually mean goals.
You
Uh,
know, it's annoying, but the odds for the young player of the year, it's actually Haaland who's first. It's Haaland and then it's Saka and like Martinelli and Saliba. All these players count. It's a
Bloody
bit
hell.
annoying.
Another issue I found, and this comes back to the manager, is set pieces or the management staff because they're all one. The amount of chances we concede from corners, the Van Dijk in the final, the this game. I mean, Petrovic did make a mistake, but you can't blame him because he's been so good for us. Like you can now allow keepers to make the odd mistakes here and there. It's fine, but he's been so solid for us. I'm not going to look into it too much, but a lot of good chances for other teams come from set pieces against us. There's a big issue that needs to be addressed. So I don't know if it's that staff and also the medical team, man. How is players like Ruben Loftus-Cheek playing 35 games for AC Milan this season and they couldn't get 3 games for Chelsea? Or Reece James being injured? Like these are all big issues that we need to look at, and it's Chelsea. I think that's the issue. Another one with Pulisic. Pulisic is doing great numbers in AC Milan and could barely get 5 games in a row for us. Is
Got
there
to be
not
the
issue?
training. It's got. Maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't put it down to
Training, they're coming
medics.
back too early. What is it? Because Trevor Chalobah's injured now. Robert Sanchez is injured again, and he was back.
They've got to be being rushed back in. I suppose they're your
The amount of
When
time.
big
you're
money
desperate,
signings.
when
Yeah,
you're desperate, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to say your club's kind of accepted a bit of mediocrity. I don't know if the culture's shifted, but like after a game like that, I know it's a small thing, but like I wouldn't expect your account to be tweeting much after drawing against Burnley. But yet they're glorifying Cole Palmer, and I know Palmer's done well, but
there
wouldn't you
is
think
some
that there,
man.
there should be a bit of a like silence and depression after that?
But I mean, probably the only shining light is, I mean, what is typical Chelsea these days to have the opportunity to get into a Europa spot or helping us gaining points, and we obviously bottle it against 10 man Burnley, one of the worst teams in the league. So it's
In the
just
league, yeah.
classic us. And also reports of obviously we need to get this 150 million Gallagher and potentially Reece James being sold as well. So the club's probably not in a good state right now. And Badiashile maybe going to AC Milan. So I think we're going to see a lot more changes in Chelsea this season coming. I think a lot more fans are going to be protesting
so
against
just a thing. Obviously, Chavez when Ten Hag came in and said it's going to be. Well, you said 2026, didn't you, for Man United to get Europe again or Champions League again? What's your obviously your predictions for next season or going
to
onwards? When
get
do you
Champions
reckon?
League to win it. I'm sorry, what was it for? Just to be in the Champions League?
Yeah, what are your predictions going ahead? Obviously, if you said you need the money,
I
which
think
means you
under
need to
Poch, I
clear
don't.
out,
Yeah, under Poch, I don't see it much unless we get a new manager who can work with youngsters. Everyone's saying De Zerbi, but then we're just Brighton V2 again.
even going into the
Uh,
next couple of years. As Chavez obviously predicted 26. Are you just going if Poch
Oh,
stays, we're
wait,
not doing it?
what did I predict 26?
But you said 2026 for United to get UCL again, like a solid run or like
Oh,
be consistent. I was just maybe I worded it wrong. I was asking him what he
hmm,
thinks of the future holds for Chelsea. Obviously,
yeah.
I was trying to think as well. I don't know how true it was. So that Bowley can step down in 27
yeah, in
or
2027 he'll be
change.
the chairman. Yeah, that's another thing.
I don't know
So
if that was true or not.
we never know, do we? We never know what is true and what isn't, do we? I don't know, Dan, to be honest with you. Under Poch, I don't see much hope, to be honest. Ask me when we get if we get a new manager into
If
the season. Because Strasbourg, who's one of our like group now, you know, like City group and stuff, they're already protesting against Clark Lake. So
can't see it
maybe
going very far,
especially the Chelsea old heads, the Gallagher fans and stuff. You get your fans who love the
fan
old.
groups.
Yeah,
Love the passion.
I don't think they'll be very happy if we sell Conor Gallagher and Reece James as well, like Cobham Finest and stuff. So
I
easy
think
to
that's the thing. Obviously, it helps shirt sales as well. Kids are going to want Gallagher's and James's name on shirts.
I don't know anyone who wants a Gallagher
I
shirt.
don't think
There's got to be
anyone.
That's
some.
a very
Okay,
unappealing shirt.
there's
Like
got
That's
to be
a
some people
that's a
somewhere.
Christmas gift you get that you don't want from your nan. A
that's like
Gallagher shirt.
I'd rather have the socks than a Gallagher shirt, to be honest with you. Like that's what that is. But yeah, no, obviously there's a lot of people that get thing like Conor Gallagher gets it. He gets Chelsea, etc. So obviously,
It only gets you so far, though, doesn't it?
yeah, of course
It's
it
like he
does.
runs, doesn't matter. He's lost
For
position
some people,
15 times.
this is looked over the fact that he can't. His decision making sucks and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. And if we sell Reece James, I bet he'll play 40 games a season for Real Madrid and probably become the best right back in the world. So
Reece James for Ballon d'Or next year is what you're saying.
probably won't be surprised unless they get Trent, because I think they want Trent as well.
Get
Or
both
either.
of them. They're Madrid.
They
Why
want
not?
everyone.
Yeah. Galactico V. Do you remember that last Galactico one? The Kaka, the Ronaldo, the
It's going to
Xabi
be
Alonso. Oh nine.
second one in our lifetime. We're blessed with Real Madrid buying everyone. Moving on to a similarly successful team, not in recent times, I suppose, Chavez, Man United. You went 1-0 up against Brentford in the 96th minute with a Mason Mount goal. Tell me how the game ended, please.
Yeah, we drew 1-1. It's not that. I mean, if you saw the game, I don't know if you saw the game. That was a horrible performance. So, the last time we played Brentford at their stadium, we lost 4-0, and it was the second game under Ten Hag. I think that performance was just as bad. I mean, the same things happened. The only difference this time was Brentford just couldn't score a goal, and we got played off the park, XG, everything. I mean, there was some. I think the most disturbing stat I saw from that game was that the most touches in the box ever in Premier League history, understandably, is Man City against QPR. QPR were basically giving City the ball, and that game was almost level. Brentford almost had the same touches in our box, which is I don't get how we get that bombarded. I mean, I think just purely off of like I know Ten Hag did well tactically against Liverpool, but in this game it's the complete opposite. I think he just got played off the park by the other manager. Tactically, it must be that because the players can't be that terrible to execute a plan that poorly. I don't think there was the correct plan in place for that game, and this manager has now done him twice, Ten Hag. And even I have to say, the first time when we played them at Old Trafford this season, it took two McTominay last-minute goals for us to win the game. So we seem to struggle against them all the time. It's just with Ten Hag, he does something. He gets a good result, and it's everyone's back on board. And now all of a sudden, you'll see everyone's Ten Hag out.
Falls off a cliff again.
It's a shambles. Every week it changes. I
Do
mean,
you not
it can change again. It can
That's
change.
the
We could beat Chelsea, and it could change again.
Did you ever think sometimes watching United, is it worth it? Because like,
Is it worth
Oh,
it?
of course. Yeah, I
to
mean,
be honest, like, because sometimes when I watch you guys under Ten Hag, I can't see anything. I'd be so depressed. Like, we're bad, but you lot, man, I think you lot play worse than us sometimes. You just grind out results. Like, do you ever think like
yeah.
your tolerable levels like that, like is broken that you want a new manager because you're Ten Hag in, obviously. Do you ever like look over the win percentage or whatever and stuff and just think, is it really worth it under this? Is it worth every week watching your team get battered? Or is it like
There's a lot of revisionism. I know Ten Hag's football is not great right now, but I mean, I've gone through Louis van Gaal, I've gone through Mourinho in his final, first half of that last season. It's just at the time when these managers were there wasn't like outstanding manager out there that you could get. It's always been like that with United. There's always this man could be better than the one we have right now. I know people cry about Nagelsmann, this and that. I don't see someone that much better that will do some magic job that the previous ones couldn't do. So therefore, I think, his win percentage warrants him at least fulfilling his contract. They made the decision, the club, they need to stick with it. But regardless of what I think this next, he's on a fine line now, Ten Hag, because the players are coming back. He got lucky in that game on my part where Martinez didn't start, Casemiro didn't start, Mount didn't start. But next game, I feel like they're going to start, right?
When you conceded, they're all on the pitch. I mean, Tony.
They were.
Done them both, didn't he? Done Casemiro.
It's an incredible fine line he's on because now if we play Chelsea and these players are playing, that's his best 11, the one he wants to play his football with, and we play like that, you'll beat us. I know you're bad. Then there's not really. There's not much excuse left. Like I sit here and make excuses every week, but then you're just like, it's just down to the win percentage. By the way, that's not a universal stat. A few losses and he's got that's gone as well. Then I'm quite literally just, you can shoot me because I have no excuse. Maybe Coventry in the semis, we might beat them. But it's one of those where the excuses are running out. And it's a shame. I think, I said in my prediction terms, I do think he's actually going to get sacked. I don't think I want that, but the thing that will cost him is his like stubbornness to play a certain way, and he will only do it if he's got his exact 11. And when that doesn't happen, it's like his principles are abandoned and he doesn't know his 11. There's a few problems. I mean, it feels like our forwards have to really press a lot more than other forwards. It's because our back line is so far back compared to the better teams. I don't know why we do that. Are we afraid of Brentford? What's the issue with that? I mean, I know Lindelof is slow, but Varane was playing. Is there a lack of trust? There's some simple things. I don't know that. Maybe I'm just waffling, and it's something that Ten Hag sees that I don't. But he's on a fine line. I think the next two games, for example, if Chelsea beat us, which is a big if, and Liverpool will want blood. I mean, we could get insert bad word, something terrible.
You said this last time though, and the Liverpool, that was a draw, wasn't it? Or why am I dreaming?
No, the Liverpool 0-0 at Anfield.
Yeah, that was yeah. You said this last time. You was genuinely thinking it was going to be worse than last season. You was thinking double figures, and everyone did.
To be fair, that one, I think with Liverpool United, it just comes down to on the day. It's not even really about rivalry. You saw how we beat them 4-3 with the grace of God, to be honest. I don't know how it just happens.
The grace of God.
But the Chelsea game will be, I think these two games, if we don't play with a certain style and there's nothing looking forward, then, I mean, we've got our team back. So this will cost Ten Hag. There's always conflicting reports, but I already think Ineos, we waffle on, but I think Ineos have made the decision. And it's either Southgate, Potter, or some English manager. I don't think they'll look beyond that. It's just going to be a dark phase. It's like an apocalypse in my mind. If Potter comes in, it's an apocalypse. 7 months of just apocalypse, fulfilling a chore of watching United. The inevitable will happen. Potter will be sacked because the threshold of failure will be less with a manager like him because he's not got as much about him. So it will be inevitable prison time for all of us fans. And this is the one thing, again, I said, if you want Ten Hag, absolutely perfect. Just name your manager who you want, because you want a manager out, but tell us who you want, because what it's looking like right now is Graham Potter and Gareth Southgate between them.
So
I think It's Southgate, by the way. I don't think he's a good manager at all. Probably won't be much
I'd,
different.
I'd be
I'd cry if that happens. You don't understand how depressed I'll be every week.
I'll cry for you.
I'd be over the moon if Southgate takes over at Man United, which means he will be out of the England job. I'll be
Yeah,
over
that's
the moon.
why I don't care about your job. I want Southgate for your job for 20 years. He needs to stay for. I hope you win the Euros now, just out of spite.
An Irishman saying that he hopes England win the Euros. Is that what we're bottling it down to? Just so Man United.
Yeah,
Keep
I'll
the
say
stature
one
as a
positive.
club.
It's been so negative. Onana's doing really well. He made a couple of really good saves again. He's actually been quite faultless for the last few games, and he's come a long way. I'm happy with that signing. I know he cost us the Champions League. It's a big thing to have. Big mistake. It's not one mistake. It's six mistakes. 6 matches, group stages. But aside from that, looking past that, he's come back. He's done well. And yeah, that's one positive. And Hoyland's record's gone, so you don't have to hear me waffle on about Hoyland being fourth.
Until he scores one, and then you're always back on the run.
Yeah, no,
he's
but
starting it again.
He hadn't played that his record was on in that game, and then that keeper made an incredible save. By the way, speaking on Brentford, that keeper was brilliant. Flecken or whatever his name is.
Yeah, he turns up against the Manchester teams. That's it. That's all he does. Yeah. It just turns up. It's twice against City in about 3 weeks, and then now you.
Yeah, and also Brentford, all 4 of their back 4 missing. 0 excuses on our part. They still play that well. So other managers can do it with injuries. Why can't we?
Before moving on to the massive game on Sunday that was played at walking pace with a low block that finished 0-0. I've also clocked that there was 5 games across us, 6 if you include the England game. They were all draws for our teams. There was none. They were just draws this week, which is
every game we've talked about is a draw.
Well, we were 2-2 and 2-2, and moving on to the Arsenal Man City game, or the Man City Arsenal game, was also 0-0. So, anyone? Oh, Elliot's not here, obviously, as you can tell. There hasn't been any waffling.
He's hiding.
Hasn't been any waffling throughout this podcast episode. So,
no, if I was there, I'd be gassed. I mean, they probably got the better result out of the 2. I mean, 4 points against City when they got 0 last season. I'd be happy if I was an Arsenal.
And they're ahead, right? They're ahead of City in the league.
Yeah, I think by a point or 2 points.
Yeah, but they're not. Yeah, Liverpool first.
Liverpool first now. Yeah. It's a boring game, and everyone the whole of Sky building up as the title game. And it flopped. It completely flopped, didn't it? It's just probably a boring game of football. Saka having a stinker. Havertz stinker, which is his patches over again.
Into the month of April. March Madness is over.
Gabriel were very good, I guess. They were bullying Haaland. De Bruyne wasn't that great, I don't think. Bernardo Silva was good at times. I don't know. It was just a game.
Talk about Jesus. That man needs to pull the trigger more often than he does. Why is he trying to dribble the ball into the net? Especially, like he could do it when he was playing for City, playing against teams like Everton and us and Bournemouth, because we're terrible. But you can't do it playing against the team.
Probably why Pep
that can walk through teams. Yeah, decision making is terrible. It hasn't improved. That could just be me. I don't think it's improved since he's left City in terms.
It's what's missing, right, in the team. Yeah. That world class clinical.
If he had like Haaland last season, before he'd even have a chance to think, he'd shoot the ball, be in the net. Jesus doesn't have that. If he had that, he'd still be at City, and we'll probably be getting Haaland's numbers for 20, 30 goals a season.
They wouldn't need Haaland, would they?
Yeah, but obviously that's why they'd sold him and replaced him fairly easily, and did a good job at replacing him.
I mean, Rice was good. Rice is we all know about Rice. He's always consistent. I don't know what more to say about that game. There wasn't much to talk about.
It was more. I think Pep lost that game. It felt more like a Pep loss.
Yeah, it was worse for Man City than Arsenal. I think Arsenal definitely came out. I mean, as everyone was advising Arsenal not to command respect and respect City.
Exactly what they did.
Which is what they've been doing. I don't get it, to be honest with you. I still think City have more of a chance than Arsenal to win the league. But
they've still got to play Liverpool.
That's probably what we should talk about more. Liverpool obviously winning against Brighton. Do you think Liverpool are the favourites now? Because obviously that predictor says Liverpool got the highest percentage now. Probably change every game. But
Arsenal still have the toughest running. They have to play Tottenham away, I think, and they have Old Trafford as well. Second last game of the season. They've got you as well. Well, there you go. They've got the toughest running. So I don't think Arsenal win.
They've got Chelsea. They've got Spurs to play still. They've got United.
Liverpool have got Europa. All 3 are in the European competitions, but Liverpool's is obviously Europa League. So obviously,
Arsenal were in Europe until Tuesday, April 9th, when they played Bayern. Realistically,
no, the way Bayern are going as well.
Yeah, I
No,
was
I
more.
wouldn't be surprised if
Uh,
Bayern win the Champions League though. I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean,
Because
I said that. I said that is my prediction. But
I
Bayern
don't
win
think
the
surely,
they
Champions
win it,
League.
but I wouldn't be surprised if they get far or win it because it's like league form don't matter with that competition. Look at us, we came fifth and fourth when we won it. Like league form doesn't mean anything with that. If
Football
you win,
doesn't make sense.
yeah. What big talking points were there? Did you guys see Newcastle's
This is yeah. This is
comeback?
what I was going. There were a few. I said talking points, but fixtures in terms of Sheffield United needing a win. But they were pretty much down. They need to win obviously all of their games. Throwing away what was it, a 2 or a 3 goal lead? It was 3-1 up.
oh,
3-1 up with 4 minutes to go, and they drew 3-all. Like you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
Calvin Phillips.
Oh my God! He flipped off the West Ham fan as well. I think he's had probably the worst loan spell I've ever seen.
Ever.
I don't think I've seen a worse loan spell than him. João Felix wasn't great, but he still contributed to Chelsea.
No, I don't think Felix. I don't think Calvin Phillips is at a good moment. Let alone like
He hasn't.
like a goal or like he's done nothing.
Red cards, pass backs have led to goals, penalties. To be fair though, is that a pen? Would you say? I know it was a pen,
It was,
but
it was
he was going
clever.
for
It
the
was
spot.
clever
It
from
was
Gordon.
smart from Gordon, but is it a pen? Like, would you think in the real?
If
You know, it's one of
happens
those on-field decision like that.
Yeah.
If they've given it, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yes, he's gone to clear the ball, and there was no intent, but it's a foul. If that happens on the halfway line, if he kicks someone like that on the halfway line, then it's a
Yeah,
free kick, isn't it,
then
sort of
wasn't to
thing.
kick it, was it? Though that's the
No,
point.
the aim wasn't to kick him, obviously, but it's happened before. Like players have slipped and stuff, and they've slipped and wiped the player out. Um,
Should we
eh,
preview our game? Because obviously we've got midweek games now, haven't we? We've got probably our game, Chavez United, Chelsea's the
Yeah, I
cracker.
hope to God that's a good game because that Brentford game killed my love for the sport.
We
After
both
it was
can't
ignited,
defend, so there'll be goals in that
it
game.
has to. Yeah, it has to be good because we're
Should we
both
do a little
shit.
combined 11 based on
Sure.
this season?
No.
Goalkeeper, yeah, I'll probably go
yeah,
Onana over Petrovic. Right back,
Don't know. It's tight though.
one
Gusto's
Bissaka,
been good.
one
I think
Bissaka.
that Gusto's in.
Nah, I'm Saxton.
I
I
think,
will vote Dallo. I think he's been brilliant.
Yeah,
But I
I would
understand.
say
Gusto's been really
I
good as
think
well.
Gusto, but I think he's just injured. I think he just got injured.
centre
Oh, okay.
backs.
So is it Dallo then?
I
Oh
think
yeah. I said Dallo. Yeah.
Fine,
I would
Dallo.
put Varane in, but then as for the rest of the United defenders, I don't
I
know.
think Disasi's been consistent. He's
Well,
been
there you
okay.
go then. That's your two.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
Left
Um,
back, I'd go Cucurella.
we don't have anyone. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cucurella makes it anyway, doesn't he?
Midfield. What are you going for?
DM, Caicedo.
Try and weasel him in.
He
Can
wasn't
we just
very-
not have a DM?
What?
Not have a
Still
No,
DM.
what about no? There's no Casemiro. Does not belong in any combined 11. Just put Kobe in as our one midfielder. That's it. That's all I care about.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. Well, the midfield is so shit. You like no one even.
I think
No one's like,
we're doing it. We do Kobe, Enzo, Palmer.
yeah, I was thinking Palmer
yeah.
to go in the attack, and so yeah, that sorts that.
Okay, front three, left wing. We ain't got much to the table. Maybe Mudryk. But
Rashford,
No,
Mudryk or Rashford
Garnacho's. I'd say Garnacho's
Garnacho.
been
okay,
better than all of
Garnacho.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
Garnacho.
Yeah.
Striker.
On the right,
Let's go
Hoyland.
Hoyland striker, right? Because
Well, over Jackson, even though Jackson's got
no,
more
do you know
goals.
what? I don't mind putting Jackson on the wing because he's effective. I think he should be the over Garnacho. He has got
Jackson on
numbers.
the right and Hoyland in the middle.
Yeah, and then Garnacho on the left. Because who's going right wing? Well, we have no one. I mean, no
Yeah,
one
we
deserves
put
it.
Palmer in the middle.
Palmer's taken the middle, isn't he? So yeah.
Yeah, do that.
Nonny's
You could
not
put bro. You know Garnacho's been playing on the right for Rash. Put Garnacho on the right.
Like
and then
Garnacho
put
right. Think what's his
Yeah.
name? Jackson on the
Jackson
left.
on the left and Hoyland,
Yeah.
and then the manager's Ten Hag.
I think neither.
Nah,
Yeah, you got any assistants or anyone that you can unders coaches that you can chuck in?
you know we need to. If you deep this game, we really do need to win it more than you. I feel like you're just kind of going European spot that you're going for isn't that deep, but with us at least we can try. If we lose that
10
game,
points
it's
behind
unacceptable.
Aston Villa, though, aren't you? I didn't know you were that far behind them.
Well, we've got a game in hand.
You've got a game in hand or 2 games?
Nah, just one.
One, yeah.
We're 11 points behind Villa, but the thing is that spot, the 5th spot, will probably open up.
It depends because Brighton
it
losing
depends
to Roma and Newcastle getting knocked out to Milan didn't help us at all. Say us. I say
Yeah,
us like we're going to get anywhere near it. We're in the wrong league.
It's German, Italians. We need those clubs to do badly versus English. Obviously, if an English club goes to the final, that's
Yeah.
that's done. Yeah.
We could have done with having City on the other side of the draw.
Yeah. What do you think's going to happen? What's the score?
I always back Chelsea, so I'm gonna go 1-0 us. But I wouldn't be surprised if you win. Do you remember last time we played? We were absolutely awful. Couldn't play out from the
Yeah.
back. And we've got a different keeper now.
I think we just played so shit that we need to win, and that will set up Liverpool beating us at Old Trafford. Because Liverpool need it more than us, regardless of what we're doing. Liverpool are in the title race. So I think we'll beat you. It's like a balance. 2-1. My new goal.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know what to predict. It could be a terrible
Palmer
game of
pen.
football. Yeah, Palmer
Palmer
penalty. That's
pen.
going to happen.
That's going to happen for sure.
Death
Star
taxes
boy,
and the Cole Palmer
Star
penalty. They all
Star
count, to be fair. Penalty's a
Yeah.
goal.
Exactly. They all do count.
Let's get anything
I
else.
think I saw today, Dan, for you guys, VAR's getting introduced to the EFL.
No, that's got to be an April Fool's Day thing.
Yeah, that's an April.
It's got to be an April Fool's Day
for
thing.
it. I saw a whole letter. I was like, "What the flip?" Is
Yeah,
that true?
I did read it when I was walking home. I was coming home from work, and I was a bit like, "Oh, I saw it."
You know, I
and
keep
it was
falling for this shit
and
as
it
well.
was-
I thought Malacia was back in training. Purple card for celebrating if you take a
excessive
shirt off.
celebrations.
Yeah, so much BS.
Other
Um,
games.
if you could have one April Fool's joke that you've seen for your, or what would be your club's April Fool's joke? What would you have your own club's April Fool's joke? If you could have one.
Oh, the one I want to come true about Malacia being back. I was so excited, but he's
The one I
still
want
not.
to is the Poch Sacking one.
Oh, I saw one about Ten Hag getting a new 3-year contract extension. That was strange.
There's got to
Yeah.
be some sort of compilation thread somewhere on Twitter of like the best April Fool's Day from clubs. But it's
Yeah.
like the clubs like that probably wouldn't put them out. But there's like lower league clubs that are just having a field day.
Do you know, we should talk about that. You know that Liverpool game's happening as well before our next episode. That's another one. You know, at Liverpool. How do you think that's going to go
Yeah,
with
the
them in the
combined
title
11.
race?
Combined 11. Let's do
I'm
it.
just going to lose that instantly.
Kelleher or Onana.
Keller has been good.
Yeah.
He's actually been good. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do Onana still.
No, I'll
I'm
take
sitting
that.
on
Right back.
I know in.
him.
Dallo or Gomez, because obviously Trent's not in.
Gomez has been good though. He's
Yeah.
Dalot's been good as well. Gomez is a good.
Can we put Gomez as a
fills in.
centre back? Gomez as a centre back. Dallo right back.
Nah, but damn, they've got Van Dijk and Konate.
Yeah.
And that new geezer, the young one.
What about Gomez at left back? Gomez plays at
Konza.
left back.
Yeah, I think he plays. He plays right
Yeah.
back.
No, you could put
No,
Gomez at
Connor
left back.
Bradley. Connor Bradley's right back, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's been solid as well.
Yeah, but then you put Dalot right back. He's better than Bradley.
Okay, Dallo right back, just for you, just to make you happy.
Just for
And
peace.
Van Dijk and I.
Van
Yeah.
Dijk, Konate, and then Connor Bradley left back.
Nah,
Gomez been out,
Gomez.
isn't it?
Oh, Gomez, sorry. Gomez left back.
Joe Gomez is done. Okay, and then you've got
Endo.
now.
Endo,
Yeah,
Mainu, and
and McAllister.
No, no,
McAllister has to.
Endo. Yeah, okay, fine.
Don't say it. Don't push Sutherland.
I was going to put Sobot's line. Left wing,
Expected camera
Gakpo. I
stares.
don't know how much you lot love Gakpo.
Yeah,
Unless-
even Liverpool fans know shit.
Salah,
Louis Diaz,
Diaz, Salah,
Salah, is it?
Darwin.
Or-
Darwin. Give me Darwin. Give me my star boy up front.
Wait,
give-
what? They get all three?
Give me my star boy up top.
Your donkey
Do
Star
you
Boy.
know what? You can't even argue a United player in there. They don't deserve it.
You got lucky to get 3 in, to be fair.
Yeah, we got Mainu, Delo.
Manager. Ten Hag.
That's it. We got 2 in.
Give the manager. Give Ten
No,
Hag
no,
this
no.
team. See what he does.
Oh yeah, no, we got 3. See, this is what, and we beat them, So we'll see what happens. If we beat them again, that would, oh wow, that would honestly, that would make me so happy. But it won't happen.
So score predictions for that one then. Before we to end on score predictions for Man United.
I think that's a 3-0 Liverpool. Sorry, Chavez. I think
Oh, OT. I say it'll be like 2-1 Liverpool.
I'll say 3-1 Liverpool.
Mm.
That rounds us up this week. With the international break is over until the end of the season. Obviously, England play. I think it's Iceland for the last game before the Euros, which is a great warm-up game. No offense to Iceland, but give us someone, I suppose, like France or someone like that.
Iceland knocked you out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no, I appreciate that.
So
that was also 8 years ago.
Man. That's so disrespectful.
No, but I know. But our group is obviously we plain English ignorance here, and you know how much I hate England. We should sail through the group. So like our route was I think it was Austria, Italy, France, Spain. If we get out of the group, that's our run to the final.
Really?
We've got to beat
Wait,
them.
how can you
Okay,
just say that?
if it goes to plan, so whoever's got the highest FIFA ranking, it'll be Austria in the round of 16,
Mm.
Italy in the quarters, France in the semis, Spain in the final. If, as I said, based on FIFA rankings, whoever wins,
That's such a stretch, Dan. You can't.
no, but
That's
like
just not going to happen. But okay,
no,
I know what you mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it on Sky Sports the other day, so I thought I'd mention it. Just, so it's out
Mm.
there in the ether. But yeah, that does round us up. So thank you very much for watching, and until next week, goodbye.